Can you say hello? Hello. Hello. Welcome back to Etcher Wild. Today we're unboxing a green stalk planter. And we're going to plant up some strawberry plants. I have my two assistants here. And they are working on mixing up the dirt, huh? So I just have the same potting mix I was using to start plants. Adding in some water. And I'm going to have them help me fill the containers. So, what do we got in the box? We have parts. This one says water only, so we're not putting dirt in here. So we're going to put that one up and away. Then, hang on. I'll get it for you. I think those are water only. And we've got a booklet. We've got more instructional information. We're doing with that? I don't know. First I gotta open it and see what it is. I haven't even opened the box yet. Vertical planter instructions. Solid. You're coming? Okay. Potting soil and potting mix. Check. Each tier needs 1 cubic feet or 8 gallons. Dirt. Yep. You have the dirt all mixed up? There should be no wobbling. Take care not to compress or pack the potting mix, as this can cause the planter to warp over time. When growing a variety of plants in the green stalk, grow smaller plants towards the top and larger ones towards the bottom. Okay. So you fill and plant. Stack the gray discs on top of each tier. Hey, in the bin, silly goose. Don't be dumping the dirt out. We need it in. Tell you what. Here's one of our tiers. You start filling one. We're stuck on the packing label. There we go. And you start filling one. Fill them up. Fill them up. Fill them up. So you're filled with all the dirt. Take one of your liners once it's full. Set it on top. There's a little stem in the middle that it sits snugly on, and then that's where the water goes to each tier, and then you stack them up, put the water pocket on top. Seems simple enough. So step one is we're gonna fill up our planters. I'll jump over here and help. Yeah, I'll help. Are you helping too, Chase? Are you helping too? Hi. You helping? Yeah. Helping. Okay. We're gonna fill up the planter, girls? Yeah? Good news about doing this in the garage is we can take any of the soil that got away from the bin and sweep it up. Yeah, sweep it up. Are you filling them up? Fill it up, fill it up. These are nice and deep. I almost kind of expected them to be not as deep, but can't complain. Now I am lightly compacting the soil because, hey, get it in there. In the bin, in the bin. Add some more water. Are you adding it to the bins? In. Put it in. This is going to take all of this dirt. And that's some, I think, to fill 2 of these. Right? How many cubic feet did this thing claim it was? I have no idea. 3.8. I think, do they only go 3 times? It does have a little line at the top, like on the lip. This is the fill of soil to there, so pretty easy. They definitely make it easy. Okay, more dirt. So, as we fill these up, Jesus, I'm going to try to run the camera. As we fill these up, we then are going to put strawberry plants in them. So these are ones that I got from a greenhouse. It was a little bit pricier than I would have liked to pay. Excuse me. It was a little pricier than I wanted to pay. However, anything else they had was absolutely terrible. Like the bare root stuff were totally dried up. He's like, I'll make you a deal, but they were all June bearing ones. And I really, really wanted these seascapes with hopes that they would winter over, no promises. So they're barely rooted into here because like they just more or less salvaged the ones that they could. So what I'm going to do, pull out what I can for the roots. And the nice thing about them being planted is I know exactly where the crown is. So I'm not going to plant it any deeper than it was, but I'm going to plant it up towards the front edge of the planter. Trying to make sure the roots are covered. Some of those are runners. And not go under the crown. So like, see, like they're barely in there. That one came out of all the dirt. But the crown, the roots are down there. They're little octopus looking things, and then the crown is there. So I'll put these roots down. They look like they're forming some pretty good roots to start. And then we want to make sure the crown isn't buried too far. As much as I might not want to, I might have to dress these up just a touch. I think they're slightly below soil level. At least the soil level on the line. That's where it's gonna, from my understanding, that's where it's gonna work most optimally. This is my first year using GreenStalk containers. But yes, very excited. So this one's got a lot more soil on it if I don't drop it. Stick it down in. And as long as it's towards the front of that little planter, it should be good. Ready to go in the buckets? Hey, don't put down the center hole. We're going to lose all the dirt to the floor. My helpers are naturally curious. Curious! I think that's supposed to be a root. Maybe it's a runner that just has been wet. Hard to say. We've had a lot of rain up here this spring, so everything that was sitting out has been really wet at any of the greenhouses. Did you drop your ducky? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you dropped your ducky. Okay, let's see if I can get it. The gymnastics you do as a mother. Yeah, ducky? Yeah. Okay. 2 more to plant in this one. I think it works out. I think there's supposed to be 36 pockets. Probably should have done some light reading before I got too far involved, but I was trying to do it before bedtime because I wanted the girls to help plant their strawberry plants. Really hoping they yield this year, because if they don't, I'm gonna be a little sad. But I think we have a pretty good head start, honestly, buying started out plants, so I'm gonna go with it. That one did not go down deep enough. You sit down? Okay. You try to sit in it? That's an interesting theory. Okay, we'll dump that in there. So then, I will show you the finished project, because it's going to take a little bit to get this all done. Put each tiers like this. Then we take, yikes. I think there's 4 per, yeah, that makes sense. 5 tiers. 5-tier planter. But this sits tightly on the top like that, and the water comes down from each one, and then you'll be ready to go. I need to add more dirt to our planting container and keep on going. And I definitely am not going to have enough soil in the one bag that I have here. Yeah, mine. No. No, little helper. Where'd you go? There you are. Okay, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Here's the assembly. First, we're going to put this water, the little gray water piece in there. That separates each tier. You want to line up the little holes with each planting spot so that when the water comes out, it's headed right for that plant. Set that on there nice and level. And then you can pick up the next tier and set that right on top. Just like that. And you're going to make sure that the feet actually sit down in. So like there's one little piece that comes to the front and one little piece that goes around the back. When it's put together correctly, it shouldn't wiggle a whole lot. So yeah, those, you want to make sure those are in there. It stays pretty sturdy. We've had some windstorms and they've stayed up so far. So now I'm going to get them all assembled, and then the last step is to water them in place. So I watered the plants themselves, like each tier, with a watering can last night when I got them all planted, because this is to water them in, to settle them in. And then you're going to dump water in the top. That little part that has nothing planted in it says water only. Dump that in the top and then let it run out. You kind of want to make sure everything's level and flowing well. The water should come out the bottom as long as they are all put together correctly. So there you have it. Green stalks are all put together. They're planted up. We're going to see how they do. They've been through a couple storms and been fine, so fingers crossed. We will see you on the next one, and I'll make sure to give you updates throughout the season.